So sexual role play is when two of you come together as completely different people, and it's exciting and it's fun and it's playful and it's wild, you know? Hi, Liana, sex and relationship coach and healer. Thank you for my channel. I help couples uplift their sexual relationship to more erotic dimensions, and I want to help you. So listen in. There's some cool information. Today I'm going to talk about role play, sexual role play. What is it? How do you do it? What kind of possibilities are there? And why might this be really important in your relationship? Being involved in sexual role play can be really exciting for a relationship that has been going on for a very long time, a long-term relationship. After a period of time, years of doing the same kind of sex, you need something that's going to be different. And to shift yourself into a different person, even if it's just slightly, can make a huge difference in the connection that you have with your partner. Now, this is one of the main reasons why I suggest it, because it allows you to shift out of the old and into something new. And that in itself, it brings a level of intrigue and excitement and fear, and that is what stimulates the desire in your body. So it's a really great way to activate your sexual relationship again. Now, what are you going to play out? What are you going to become? How are you going to choose? I would suggest that you sit down, each of you sit down and write down some scenarios, some sexual scenarios you'd like to play out together. Classically, school teacher and student. That's always a fun one to play out, because I think a lot of us have that fantasy about if you have a very hot, good-looking teacher, you'd like to have some kind of sexual play with that person. But of course, you can't do it in the professional situation, or you shouldn't do it, or it doesn't help the situation to do it. But you can play it out in your relationship, and it can be really fun. When you're playing out a sexual role play scenario, you can take it to as far as you want. I suggest that you book a date with each other, so you both know when you're going to actually play this out. I suggest that you dress up in a way that's going to become that character. I also suggest that you create a name that's different than your own name, so that you can really dive into the character, and that will be the surprise with your partner. If they're calling you by the name that they've always called you by, then it kind of loses a little bit of the fizzle of the spark, right? So choose a name that's completely different, and then go into the role play with the desire that there's something that you want to get from that other person. At the same time, you're not going to give it that easily, because you're complete strangers. So you're going to play a little bit of that dog and cat, that buildup of lust that exists in the air, that desire spark that is building. And take your time as you go in. Don't jump into having sex. Really take your time, enjoy it, flesh it out, make it exciting, make it intriguing for the two of you, make it spontaneous. So if you're the one that's taking the controlling position, let's say you're taking the teacher, then drag it out. Really throw in a lot of innuendos, and then your direct conversation just comes in gradually. Make your student do certain things, see how far she will go by what you say. And the vice versa, if you're the submissive student playing that role, then he or she, it can be either, take your time going in. You are a seductive young thing, but you're also protecting yourself to a certain degree. So it's that foreplay that really is the fun part of the sexual role play. And then it builds up into whatever happens, whether you're having sexual intercourse, or you're dragging it, you're not dragging it, you're taking it into the next day. I've done some role play scenarios, teacher, student, it was a big one, that went on for weeks. And we would always come back to that, and we would dive into it very easily. It was very exciting. It was very taboo the student coming back to see the teacher to get better marks, to do whatever she had to do. I was the student because I like to play the submissive role. At that time, I liked to play the submissive role. Do whatever she had to do in order to get those better marks or to get in the favor of her teacher. So it was very exciting and very stimulating. And from one role play scenario, you can move into others. You can keep trying and exploring, and okay, that was a good one. Okay, maybe then it's sort of like, okay, we need to try something else. Well, what do you want to do? I don't know. Let's try, king and slave, or queen and servant, and there's lots of possibilities and lots of really fun options that you can play around with. Now, why is role play? Why am I suggesting it? Why is it is a possibility to spice up the relationship? Well, when you've been together a long time, you need something else. You need change. You need something that's going to be fun, that's going to be playful, that's going to be different, that's going to be that's going to spark the two of you into feeling something different. You need something that's going to be more spontaneous and that's going to really excite the two of you. So as you go into playing around with this sexual role play, it can feel a little weird and silly at first because you're becoming somebody else and you're with your partner who you've been with a long time, and suddenly you're acting in a sense. And you may fall out of the scenario, but try to stay in it as much as you possibly can. Like, really go into it. Like, really have fun with it. Because the more that you become present in that character, the more heat that will build, the more intrigue that starts to be created between the two of you. If you fall out, just, okay, laugh, okay, well, that didn't really work, let's start again, or just get right back into it. Help your partner to feel comfortable if they're feeling shy and silly. And as you practice, you get better and better at it until at times, you will be in your sexual role play scenarios and you're just taking on a completely new character that might go on in your relationship for weeks or months, depending how exciting and thrilling it is for the two of you. So I would love it if you would put down your role play ideas below, sexual role play ideas for other people to see, like, what do we do? Like, some people just are at a loss to know what they could do in a sexual role play scenario. So if you've done it before, if you have any ideas, put it in the comments below so others can get some ideas from you. I will put some of my own ideas down there, and give it a try. Give it a try. Just if you're in a place that you haven't had sex for a long time, or you're kind of bored and you would like to have something that's like to do something that's fun and different and exciting and a little bit scary, give it a try. I mean, what is it going to hurt? Nothing. But I will tell you that it will benefit your relationship in ways that you can't even imagine right now. Okay? So, love to hear from you. So great to talk about this. I'm working with couples right now. I have a program called Spark, and it's for couples. It's an intensive for couples, 3 months, private with me. Connect with me and let's talk. I have a proven methodology that I'm using for this that is really going to get your relationship going to spark it up, going to get the sexual aspect of your relationship happening. And we not only get it happening, but we go deep into how sex in a relationship is so important for connection, for healing, for longevity, for creating youthfulness. I mean, just so many aspects that are triggers for the life that we lead. Okay, so I would love to have you. Please contact me and let's have a chat. Thank you so much for coming. Great to talk to you. Much love, mate.